everybody, Stacy Driscoll. Just wanted to share with you a little bit of my story and kind of tell you how I've gotten to such a point where things are going really well in my unique business. I started in May, and I absolutely started to be a buyer for myself. I had no intention of building this as a business, just honestly hoped to help out my friend Kelly. Well, time went on, and I was buying for myself and just as happy as I could be to be buying for myself. I loved the product. I loved how it felt on my face. I loved how it looked on my kids. Along about August, I thought, I think I can probably do something with this. So I decided to get to work. I started getting into some networking groups and building some relationships. I found some local vendor events, and I started setting up a table of my product. I switched up my display every time I went somewhere, just a little bit, tweaking it here and there, but all the while collecting people's contact information, reaching out to people. I joined several different groups on Facebook that had nothing to do with sales, and started just reaching out and talking to people and meeting people and learning about them, and not really even talking about Unique until several days, weeks, sometimes months or more into our relationship before I started talking about Unique, because I truly wanted to build a relationship first. Because I think the top 5 things that are probably most important are trust, loyalty, connections, follow-up, and relationships. Integrity probably circles all of those things. To have high integrity and to be able to say what you do and do what you say and put those words to action becomes really important to me. And so from August through December, I worked and worked and worked and worked. And let me explain that I didn't just work Unique. I had a full-time job that I worked 40 hours a week. I am going to school full-time. I have 4 kids. My husband works, and my kids have activities. So it wasn't that I didn't have something to do. I had to be very, very intentional about how I spent my time and where I spent my hours, because we all have 24 of them every day. It's just a matter of what we choose to do with them, because that's one of the only things we truly have control over. I had to stop saying yes to some things, and I had to start saying yes to me, yes to my business, yes to my family. So the yeses didn't stop coming, they just stopped going to other people and other things. So I remember probably November, I said to Kelly, I'm going to give this 6 months. I've worked it hard for about 4, and if in 6 more months I don't see something, maybe this isn't for me. I really think it is. I really feel like God has really brought me to Unique for a reason. But if it's not, then I truly believe that the doors will shut in the next 6 months. And December came, and it was supposed to be this great month for sales, and everybody was going to be buying for Christmas, and I had nothing going on. And at the beginning of December, mid-December, I posted in 2 different groups that I had been involved in for months now at this point. And I said, pretty close to this, I said, I need help. I have invested in a company, I have invested in myself, and I believe it's where I'm supposed to be, and I need somebody willing to go alongside me and help me. And I just left it at that. I didn't ask anything in particular. I just said I need help. And I had one person. Both of these groups had hundreds of people. I had one person say, I'm willing to help. Let me know what you need. So I started messaging with this person and said, what I really need is somebody that really wants to have a Unique party. Not somebody that I've traded with or bartered with, but somebody that really wants to have a party, and somebody that's willing to have the party and invest in it and invest in me. And she said, I'd love to. As a matter of fact, I've never had a Unique party, and I'd be happy to have a party for you. And at that party, things began to change for me. People that I had been talking to for months from parties that I had had that were not very successful, eons before then, back in September, October, started getting back with me. People that I had reached out to in other groups had started talking to me, and bang, in 1 week, I had 6 new presenters. All of a sudden, I'm having to truly look at a calendar and make sure that I'm putting a party on the books for a time that I can really commit to giving that party exactly the time that I feel like I need to give to make it successful. But hear me say, it didn't happen overnight. I invested time. I invested money. I invested tears. I invested celebrations. And today, I believe with everything I have in me and with every bit of my soul that Unique is where my family is going to find the miracle that I've prayed for years and years. I believe, and therefore, I am going to do everything I can to make it happen. And I'm committed to doing that with everybody and anybody that joins me, or anybody that I can help find their miracle, find their joy, be it with me in Unique, or be it whatever it is you're working on. I believe that people deserve to have joy. And for me today, I'm finding a whole lot of joy in Unique. And I am glad that I didn't give up. I'm glad that Kelly didn't give up on me. I have a lot of work to do. I am far from where I want to be. But every single day, I am working to get there, and I'm excited to have you along with me. Thanks. Love you bunches.